Every so often, I get super excited about some brand new release from Warframe, and more often than not, it's about weapons. From this content pack, the Komorex was the one I was most interested in. I mean, take a look at it. It's beautiful. It's a sniper rifle. It's gotta be good, right? Well, only one way to find out, so hello and welcome back my friends. As always, my name is Leyzar, and today we're going to be diving deeper into this primary weapon. As per the usual, I'm going to be having a couple of builds lined up for you guys. Something cheap, something affordable that anybody can build, something slashy, and of course the end game setup with the Riven. Now, that out of the way, please keep in mind that my builds and guides take a new player-friendly approach. I will take my time and explain a lot of the aspects that veteran players might find obvious. In case you're a veteran, you can either skip ahead or just have a bit of patience. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the Komorex. Let's begin by taking a look at how the weapon handles without any mods equipped. And hold on to your pants because this one is a bit of a doozy. So the Komorex is a sniper rifle and you can fire it like so if you so desire, but the accuracy, as you can see, is pretty much all over the place. And yes, you can rapid fire the weapon even though it is semi-automatic. Use a macro, don't worry, they're fine. Link in the cards right now. Now you can scope in, there are two scope levels. For 2.0x you're going to be getting minus 50% weapon recoil, so the weapon becomes extremely stable, and 2 meters worth of punch through, so shots are going to be going through your targets. As you can see, I am applying a little bit of slash damage and puncture procs to my target. Now on the second zoom level you are getting 100% increased damage, plus free explosion radius and minus 75% fire rate. Look, explosions that barely do anything in terms of damage, but they will be applying the viral elemental proc, as you can see on my target. So again, this is unmodded, you're gonna be getting viral procs by default, but I don't really know what is the damn chance of applying that viral effect because it is simply not stated anywhere, and if it's affected by status mods and all whatnot. And I think, my friends, that is pretty much it. Now, this being a sniper rifle means we're gonna be getting a combo multiplier, as you can see. So the higher the combo multiplier, the more damage you're going to be dealing. Though keep in mind that that one does not apply to the AoE portion. For example, if I just hit a target with my AoE, my combo shots are not going up. So bear that one in mind. In the full scope, you're still going to have to make your projectile physically hit a target. And as you saw there, I'm fully out of ammo. Whatever shall I do? Well, this one is actually equipped with a ammo mutation by default. So I can just pick up whatever ammo and it will magically get transformed into sniper rifle ammo. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's jump into stats to see precisely what we're dealing with. Mod capacity 60 out of 60, and if your Komorex has only 30 out of 30, jump into actions and plug in the Auto King Catalyst. Now this one can be obtained from Nightwave. When bloody Nightwave will be available again, you can pay 20 plat to have one installed. Sometimes it appears on alerts and you can get a blueprint from the daily sortie as well. Very, very rarely. Anyway, my weapon has been formatted a total of 5 times, and for the weapon build I'm recommending you guys 4 forma will be enough. Simply plug in 4 V symbols or Madurai. That's the safe way to go. The accuracy of the weapon is 20, but this is the accuracy for the non-scoped portion. For scope shots it's pinpoint accurate. Critical chance only 16%, which is a bit of a bummer, but the critical multiplier is not bad at 2.1x. A fall off between 400 and 600 meters, so no issue there. A fire rate of 6 with a magazine of 20, noise alarming, and a reload of 3 seconds. For the love of God, why? But Riven disposition 3 out of 5, which is the default Riven disposition that the developer awards any brand new weapon. Status chance sky high, 35%, and that is actually a good thing because if you take a look at the default damage on the weapon, you got the full IPS range sadly, but you do have slash as being the highest, and we are going to be able to leverage that slash. Think about it, the AoE damage will be applying viral. A status weapon with the highest amount of slash. It already sounds juicy, doesn't it? But first, let's jump into a elemental combo. And this will be your cheapo build. We got damage with Serration, multi-shot with split chamber, vigilante armaments, critical chance, critical damage with point strike, vital sense, and the elemental combo will depend on your own circumstances. When it comes to Grenier, I would recommend you go for corrosive, but if you're up against Corpus, you can build gas. If you're up against the infested, never mind the infested, just use corrosive against them. Their elite units are vulnerable to it. So we got high voltage and malignant force. Perhaps you don't have high voltage. Now this one can be farmed from the mission Nilgar Planetaris. Find all the free secret caches. Then upon extraction, you get to enjoy the maximum 5% chance of getting this one or Shell Shock. Yeah, It's not fantastic, so if you don't have this one, don't want to pay for it with 50, 60, 100 plat, something like that, then you can just use Stormbringer instead. It won't make a huge difference. So let's test out the weapon like this with a corrosive elemental setup, and then we're going to be talking about slashy. Also infected clip, just to put that corrosive as a value, as a status proc value over the slash, or at least for it to be competitive. Now, from what I played with the Komorex so far, and I tried really hard to like it, I kept shooting like this most of the time and then like this most of the time, because the problem is, if you're going like this, for the full scope, AoE damage and all whatnot, if the Kavat jumps in front of you, you're done. If your teammate jumps in front of you, you're done. If you manage to hit a wall, again, you're gonna be doing self-damage to you. And of course, that viral proc seems to proc exactly when I don't want it. But in terms of power, take a look at that. Seriously, it does a whole lot of damage, and take a look at the procs on my target. I got slash, viral, and corrosive. That is juicy. That is definitely juicy. So let me make one thing very clear. This weapon packs one hell of a punch. It doesn't lack in the power department. What it lacks, however, is in the usability department, simply because it's not very comfortable to use. Many times you'll find yourself having to jump all over the place just to make sure that the AoE portion won't deal damage to you. But then again, that is not the only way of using it, right? I don't have to use the AoE, so I can just bombard a couple of targets like this, get my AoE procs on, and then I can switch to the other scope, the 2.x scope, and goddamn that reload, and just go rapid fire. So that is possible. You can play it like this. And again, I've struggled really hard just to find a way of using the Komorex for normal, average, everyday missions. A way that did not infuriate me all the way to hell and back. But enough about my 2 cents. Let's talk about slash, yeah? Well, this one is a bit complicated because the weapon itself can be... Well, you can take advantage of slash in a number of different ways. First, you will say Hunter Munitions. Yes, Hunter Munitions is fantastic, but with Point Strike, I have only 40% crit chance. That is simply not enough. So I'm gonna have to go to more critical chance with Argon Scope. And Argon Scope is not exactly your most common mod now, is it? This one can only be farmed from the Acolyte event, which rolls around every 6 months or so. From the trade chat, this one can go upwards to 200 plat, even more. Now with Argon Scope, I'm gonna get a better chance at proccing a slash from Hunter Munitions, but the weapon can also proc slash through its innate status chance. Okay, I got slash as the highest IPS. That is a pretty big deal. So you would say build viral. Why? Why would I build viral right now? Because the primary reason we build viral damage is not for the bonuses it has, is for the proc it has. And I got that guaranteed on the Komorex no matter what I build. So I can just build another elemental combo like gas, for example. Or even better yet, my favorite elemental combo of corrosive. So we're going to be doing that as well. We got electricity and toxin. So why wouldn't you build with the 90 mods in that case? Well, it's pretty simple. Increasing my status chance will mean more slash procs, more corrosive procs, and theoretically it should also mean more viral procs as well. So 100% go for the 60/60s on the Komorex. Now let's see what a slash build can do. If that base critical chance was higher, probably the weapon would have been even a bigger monster. So let's go AoE. So again, if you want the combo multiplier, you're gonna have to physically hit your target with a projectile. And the projectile's travel speed is not bad, definitely. But again, the Kavat jumping in front can be definitely infuriating. And let's be honest here, you can't be a decent person and blame the Kavat. It's not the Kavat's fault. It's whoever designed this weapon to make it so bloody obnoxious fault, definitely. That are the way a slash build can work very well, and you do have the fantastic possibility of proccing 2 elementals that you normally couldn't do, like viral and corrosive. So again, you can go viral gas, for example. The value of the slash is 5000 plus. That is definitely significant. Take a look, that is a one shot on my target. I got all of the procs on both IPSs. I got puncture, I got slash, I got viral. It's fantastic, honestly. It is bloody fantastic, and the weapon does deliver one hell of a punch. Too bad it's just so obnoxious to use, though. But let's talk about Rivens, shall we? Rivens for the Komorex right now are pretty expensive. I got this one from a friend. He basically gave it to me. He's such a fan of the weapon. Critical chance multi-shot, not a bad Riven. I'm gonna be giving this one away on my Twitch live streams because I'm not a fan of the weapon. Now this will be a critical pure bleed build. Okay, so through Hunter Munitions, I simply do not have the space necessary to augment something like corrosive, which I would definitely love, but this time we're going all out for crit. So we got Argon Scope, bladed rounds for more critical damage. Again, that 2.1 base multiplier is yummy. It's delicious. Too bad about the base critical chance. One thing about heavy caliber though, heavy caliber does work on this weapon if you plan on using it primarily through the scoped action, especially for the AoE. So if you want to go heavy cal, that is definitely doable. Okay, let's go full scoped in. Take a look at the power of Dispo 3. Beautiful. Absolutely freaking fantastic, isn't it? So again, there is no question of power here. The weapon can deliver insane amounts of power, but I guess you gotta ask yourself if you will enjoy something like this. You build a weapon from your dojo, it does take about 4 format to get it to a decent place, and I feel that the Rivens will be dropping in price, but hey, I might be wrong. And that's pretty much it for the AoE portion. I'm gonna show you guys one more time just for the first zoom level, the 2x, which makes the weapon super stable. If they didn't take away fire rate on the 3.5x scope, that would have been so beautiful, but they did, so there you go. Rapid fire. Just tears through targets and you get to enjoy that 2 meters worth of punch-through. Now, punch-through in Warframe is a bit kooky if you want to understand how it works, link in the cards right now. And sometimes you might get tremendous value out of punch-through, and there are times when punch-through is simply underwhelming and you can't really make any use out of it, so bear that one in mind. Now that you are convinced of what a weapon can do, there's one more thing which I do want to do, bump up everything with Warframe buffs. Now normally I use Lady Mirage Prime, but this time I want to give the weapon something that it doesn't have, well, doesn't have great or lots of, and that is crit, so we're going to be using Lord Harrow. As for buffs on your frame, you can use corrosive projection against Grenier. This is the one that will guarantee to give you the best results. However, this is a sniper rifle, so you can use Deadeye as well. Now keep in mind that Deadeye's advantage would be that it will grant its benefit regardless of the target. It's an aura, so everybody in your party will be receiving this benefit, and it is stackable times 4. If everybody goes with a sniper in a normal mission, because no, the Komorex cannot be used as a successful eidolon hunting weapon. When it comes to arcanes, you do have a couple of options. You can go for something like Arcane Avenger, unless you're using it with Harrow. Now this one is a 30% critical chance boost bonus additive after, so it simply stacks on top of what you already have. This is a big deal when it comes to weapons that don't have a high base critical chance. Okay, when you have a weapon with a high base critical chance, then mods do a better job. When you don't, Arcane Avenger will be doing a better job. However, my crits are going to be coming from Harrow. Harrow basically gives me 200% on headshots, so no need for Avenger. Instead, we're going to be double stacking Arcane Rage R3. Yes, they do double stack, link the cards right now for a tutorial on Arcanes. 10% chance on headshot plus 120% damage to primary weapons for 16 seconds. Now let's see what this puppy can do. Oh, this is a primary weapon, so there's one more thing that you can do. You can use something like a sentinel weapon, and on your sentinel weapon you can use the vigilante mods. Now keep in mind that this is a chance to upgrade your critical chance. We're going to be getting 15% through these free mods. It's a little bit extra, don't think it's gonna make the hugest of difference, but it does make a difference, so bear that one in mind. Gonna be unpausing the AI so they can hit me and I can get my buffs, and of course Harrow's fantastic fourth ability, which will guarantee that everybody stays alive for a short amount of time, and it will also give me crit. Harrow's second ability will give me fire rate as well as reload speed, which is so needed on this bloody weapon. Harrow is a fantastic frame. Every time I showcase him, I want to point out that you should try to farm this frame. I know it's not easy, I know it's not fun, but Harrow is just fantastic. I mean, take a look. Red clits galore. Absolutely beautiful. And that was without combo multiplier. 37,000 bleed on headshot. Nice and easy. And of course, with Harrow, you want to get those headshots. Body shots will only get you 50% at max critical chance. Take a look. Like I said, guys, power is not an issue. It's simply an issue if you enjoy this weapon or not. I honestly think that the Komorex is a very powerful weapon, but it does have serious drawbacks when it comes to usability. It's all down to you. But if I am allowed a purely subjective opinion, I don't like this weapon, I don't like using it, and honestly there is a very niche case scenario for it. That said, however, it can double dip into /proc sources through the weapon's innate status chance and through Hunter Munitions as well. And that is usually the mark of a powerful weapon. Powerful, yes. Overpowered, no. And I think, my friends, that is pretty much it. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you got any feedback for me, I would love to read it in the comment section down below. Also, in the comment section down below, if you want to suggest a particular weapon review or versus. And while I can't promise you that it'll be done by next time or even within a week, I can promise you that I will be reading through each and every comment. You can also find me on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. Until next time, my friends. Bye bye!